And good morning, Math Masters, you fabulous fourth graders of Virtual Room 502. Welcome to Eureka Math in the Morning with Mr. Leggett and friends. Who's going to come by today? Lesson 4 problem set. That's what we're talking about here. It is Module 5, Grade 4. And if that doesn't get you there, we can always look down here and see that it is page 123. I'm going to zoom out a tad. And we're going to write in page 123. Go ahead and pause the recording if need be to get your problem set out. Today's date is 02/25/2021. All right. Excuse me. Still a little allergic. Oh, boy. So let's read number 1. The total length of each tape diagram represents one hole. Decompose the shaded unit fractions as the sum of the smaller unit fractions in at least 2 different ways. The first one has been done for us. Let's look at the first one. See how they've done this. Okay, remember we did this yesterday? We had 1/2, and then we split them into fourths. So we knew that 1/4 plus 1/4 equaled 1/2. Over here, we started with 1/2 again, but this time we split it into 8 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we have 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 equals 1/2. Scroll down. What do we got going on down here? We have 1/3, and we're going to break it into what? Well, let's see. Let's see how many pieces we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I know my denominator is going to be 6. And my numerator will just be 1, because that's 1 of 6. And same thing over here. 1, 6. Okay, so now we're going to take our 1/3 over here. It equals 1/6 plus 1/6. Oops. And we can see, plain and simple, 1/6 plus 1/6, and that will equal what? Remember, we don't add the denominator. Add the numerator. 1 plus 1 is 2, and we get 2/6. Ta-da! Let's see what's going on over here. All right, we have 1/3, and we're breaking it up into 4 pieces. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 total pieces. All right, so I know this is going to be, and they don't give us a whole lot of room, a 12. Okay, and it's 1 piece of 12, and then we're going to add another piece of 12. Another piece of 12, and another piece of 12. All right, so over here I'm going to put my 1/3 equals 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12 plus 1/12, and that will equal 12. Remember, we don't add those denominators. Numerators we do though. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4/12 also equals 1/3. Just like over here, we found out that 2/6 is equivalent to 1/3. Let's head over here. And why don't you go ahead and try to pause this one? You know what? We'll pause this one over here, okay? You try that. So let's look at this fraction. We have 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1/4 up here. And then I'll put 1/4 over here and equals. We're going to divide this in half. Doink, 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 doink. How many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this and this will both be 1/8. Okay, now we add them together. So 1/4 equals 1/8 plus 1/8. Denominator does not change. That number on the bottom, the denominator does not change. It remains an 8, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. Now, you're going to do this one on your own, but I'm going to start you off with the cutting part, help you out. Excuse me. We're going to cut each one twice, each piece twice. And go ahead and pause the tape and try to do this one on your own. And welcome back. Well, we started out with 1/4. And let's see what we get. 1/4 equals what? Well, I have 3 pieces here now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this bracket would be 1/12 plus another, and these brackets aren't going to really line up because it'd be too small, plus 1/12 plus 1/12. What do we get? There's the 12th, and 1, 2, and 3. It's 3/12, right? So 1/4 equals 3/12, as well as 2/8. All right. Go ahead on this one. Go ahead and chop them each in half. Well, first let's do. No, you guys try this one again. You're going to cut them in half from the scratch. You start from the get-go, okay? From the top. And welcome back. Start off with 1/5, it looks like. So there's 1/5. And we're going to break them just one time, right? If you were listening and following along, you knew it was just going to be split in half. So what do we have here in our bracket? So first, let me put my 1/5 over here. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. So these must be 1/10 plus 1/10 equals what? 2/10. So you can see that 2 out of 10 is the same as 1 piece out of 5. Let's break them up a little bit more. This is getting crazy. And I'll start you off on this one. We're going to break them up 2 times each. And remember, this is 1/5. So go ahead and pause the tape and do this one on your own. And welcome back. So we have 1/5. But what are these guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Or you could have done just 3 times 5. So our 3 little brackets here, I'll make all the little brackets, tiny little brackets. We'll just put right straight down here. So it's 1 out of 15, right? But we're adding it 3 times. What will that equal? The 15 remains the same. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus another 1 is 3. And we get 3 15s, plain and simple. Turn that paper over. Well, let's not turn our paper over right now. Let's take a little break. Go tell mom and dad you love them. Get a bite to eat. Do some jumping jacks, some stretches. Get a drink of water. Check on your baby brother or baby sister. Make sure they're staying in school. Because school is cool. So we're talking about a 2 to 3 minute break and then come on back for part 2 of the problem set.